our viewers, I am happy to be back. This is Esther, your host, akisema karibuni sana to our platform. I always encourage you and remind you time and again, this is your home. You can ask questions, you can air out your views without fear of criticism because this is your safe space. From our previous video, I mentioned about ACE, and I found some of us asking or requesting me to go further and discuss issues or matters on ACE. And the question I have on the table today is, what are ACEs? What are ACEs? And as ACE is an acronym standing for Advanced Childhood Experiences. Advanced Childhood Experiences. And what are these that are called advanced childhood experiences? Advanced childhood experiences are highly stressful and potentially traumatic events or situations that occur during childhood or adolescence stage. Okay, so they are stressful. I want you to take note of that, and they are potentially traumatic. Okay, and they could be events, they could be situations, and they happen during childhood and during adolescence. All right, so wow, what do they have effect in our lives? You know, yes, they do, because these events, sometimes it could just be a single event that was pain, or rather that was stressful, that caused you trauma, yeah, or sometimes it could be prolonged threats, things that have happened to you over a time or happened to a child over a time. They have effect because they breach the person's safety. Okay, all of us want to grow in a safe environment, feeling safe and being actually safe, but these events breach that. They also breach the security, they also breach trust, because some of these things can come through some of the people that we least expected, like our relatives, you know, like our family friends, our close neighbors, our teachers. These are things that could happen, and other times they also cause bodily harm, or they cost you bodily integrity. So that is about ACE, or about advanced childhood experiences. And there's something I want you to note, that when you as a child or a child experience this kind of traumatic events, it has a direct fundamental effect on their mental health and emotional well-being, not only when they are young, but even in childhood. Could be, maybe something that you're going through could have been caused early when you're still growing up. I remember one time I almost drowned, and to date I have fear. You know, it is something that was serious. I remember it as if it's today. So anyway, let us continue. I want us to take a case example, yeah, so that we can understand this. Imagine a child, an 8-year-old boy, who is growing in a homestead where the father is aggressive and is abusive to the mother. You know, there are some things that are likely to happen to this child. This child, because of being exposed to that kind of an environment, aggressive environment, where they have seen maybe their mother being abused, the child may have these kind of challenges. One of them is that the child may copy the behavior and be aggressive in school. This is a child who extend aggression to the peers in school. This is a child who extend even sometimes aggression to the teachers. Okay, so when they see people, they're just aggressive. Sometimes they are hurting. Sometimes it's because they are bitter about what happens at home. Something else that could happen, a child could actually not be aggressive, because this is not the only behavior that is exhibited by a child who has been in this kind of environment. But some of them could have very low self-esteem and high anxiety level. These are children who are always anxious, you know. If you see this kind of a child, there could be some elements, or there could be some factors that probably are leading towards that a child has been exposed into an aggressive environment. Some of the children, because maybe they want to hide, they don't want their friends to know, they don't want other people to know about what is happening at home, so they want to hide, they want to keep it a secret. And in attempt to do that, these are children who find themselves withdrawing from the peers. So they live in isolation and they don't have friends. Okay? So the aggressive behavior, I want to address that particularly. If a child has this aggressive behavior when they are young, they are likely to carry this to another level when they are adults. Okay? And when they get into adulthood, it will not be the simple aggression that we see in school, but these are children who could actually end up being criminal. Yeah, they end up in criminal activities. They could end up in, more abuse when they get into marriages. You know, these are persons who could end up abusing their spouse, abusing their children, because that is something that has been in them and it has been put in them and it is never resolved, or it has never been resolved. So, my dear friends, I want to encourage us, let us watch out for our little ones when they are growing. Let us be intentional about supporting them and helping them. And also, if you have gone through that kind of life and you don't understand or you don't know how to be able to overcome, it is your high time to look for help, because there is help out there and you can actually be able to get it. However, point to note is that when these individuals are given sufficient support, you know, as a child, and even the adults around them, they are likely or they are able to be able to live a stable adult life. So with these ACEs or these exposures, they are not a sentence into what kind of life these children will live when they are adults. They can be supported and be able to live a stable life. So, my dear friends, keep tuned in. Let us continue learning more and more. Let us make informed decisions so that we're able to take care of ourselves and generations to come. Kindly remember to subscribe to our channel, Esther Zach on YouTube, Esther Zach Facebook page, and you be sure to receive more and more. Make informed decisions, live well. Bye.